Imagine living in a world where words could be a death sentence. What happens when poetry becomes a weapon and a ruler sees a challenge in every word? Today, we unravel the gripping story of Asma Bint Marwan, a fearless poetess whose verses shook the very roots of early Islam, leading to one of its most shocking assassinations. What made her words so dangerous, and why did they provoke such a brutal response? If you're curious to uncover the truth behind this chilling tale, stick around, because it's coming up. Those who offend the messenger of God will receive a painful punishment. Quran, Surah 9, verse 61. We will now talk about the killing of Asma bint Marwan, a woman from the tribe Banu Umayyah bin Zayd, who dared to challenge Muhammad and paid the ultimate price for her words. Asma bint Marwan was a poetess and a leader of her people, who were mostly pagans and opposed to Muhammad's new religion. She was also the wife of Yazid bin Zayd, a man from the Banu Khatma tribe who had allied with Muhammad and his followers. Outraged by the killing of the 120-year-old poet Abu Afaq and other prominent figures of Medina by Medinian Muslims, she composed verses that publicly criticized the Muslims and mocked their religion. She also urged her people to fight against Muhammad and his followers and to avenge the deaths of their chief. These verses reached the ears of Muhammad, who was angered by them. He asked his companions, "Who will rid me of Marwan's daughter?" One of them, Umar, son of Ad, a man from the Aus tribe, volunteered to kill her. Muhammad gave him his permission, and Umar bin Ad set out to assassinate Asma bint Marwan. Umar went to her house at night while she was sleeping with her children. According to the details of Ibn Ishaq's book, The Life of Muhammad, he removed the infant child from her breast and stabbed her in the chest. He then fled to Muhammad and told him what he had done. Based on At-Tabari and Ibn Ishaq, she had 5 sons at the time of her death. This is how At-Tabari narrates the dialogue between Muhammad and Umar after the terror. He had been told that she had 5 sons, so he said, "I did not think that I should be safe until I had killed them all." He went to the messenger of God and said, "I have killed her. You have given God and his messenger help. She had 5 sons whom I have also killed. You have given God and his messenger help with regard to them." Based on Ibn Ishaq's narration, certified by Ibn Hisham, when he asked if he would have to bear any evil consequences, the apostle said, "2 goats won't butt their heads about her." So Umar went back to his people to give them the news. The next morning, the news of Asma bint Marwan's death spread in Medina. The people were shocked and terrified by the killing of a woman in her sleep. Some of them said, "He has killed the daughter of Marwan. By God, if he can kill her, he can kill anyone." The Banu Khatma tribe, to which Asma's husband belonged, were afraid that they would be attacked by the Muslims. They decided to convert to Islam and to pledge their loyalty to Muhammad. They said, "We are Muslims. We believe in God and his apostle. Do not kill us, for we have done nothing." Muhammad accepted their conversion and spared them. Here
here is a quick PSA. If you want to support our cause, consider buying us a coffee at our buymeacoffee.com page. Some of our videos, especially the ones where we critic religions, get slapped with the not advertiser friendly label faster than you can say heretic. Your support keeps us going and keeps the truth flowing.
The killing of Asma Bint Marwan is a controversial event in the history of Islam. Some Muslim scholars consider this story to be a forgery, though all the early Muslim historians confirmed her terror. They state that one of the reporters in the chain of narration, Muhammad ibn al-Hajjaj, is known for fabricating hadith. Yet Muslims quote many other hadiths by Muhammad ibn al-Hajjaj, and they do not reject all his hadiths and historical narration. He is one of the narrators of Sahih Muslim, one of the most authentic collections of hadiths in Sunni Islam. He also narrated many hadiths in many other collections of Islamic narrations. Ironically, some other Muslim scholars defend the authenticity of this story and argue that Muhammad ibn al-Hajjaj was a reliable narrator who was praised by many hadith experts. They also claim that this story is supported by other evidences, such as the verses of the Quran that permit the killing of those who mock and offend Muhammad and the Muslims. The verse that is often cited by these scholars is Surah 9, verse 61, which we quoted in the beginning of the clip. These Muslim scholars interpret this verse as a warning and a threat to those who mock Muhammad and the Muslims, and as a justification for killing them. They say that the painful penalty mentioned in the verse refers to both the punishment in the hereafter and the punishment in this world. They also cite other verses and hadiths that can condemn the mockery of Muhammad and the Muslims, and that command the believers to terminate the offenders. There is certainly an ideal model for you in the Apostle of Allah. So, this is precisely why historical accounts like the killing of Asma bint Marwan are so significant. Muhammad's actions, as documented, are elevated in the Quran as a model for Muslims to emulate. This means that his practices, however brutal they may seem by today's standards, are upheld as guiding principles for devout followers, even in the modern world.
Very disturbing one coming from France. A history teacher who discussed cartoons of the Prophet Muhammad with his students was beheaded, and the suspect attacker shouted, "Allahu Akbar," or "God is greatest."
Let's take a look at an excerpt from the official website of Iran's supreme leader, which clearly states that Muhammad primarily ordered executions for those involved in what he termed as the soft war against Islam. A soft war is when you use non-violent methods like online campaigns, media outlets, propaganda, peaceful protests, and legal actions to spread your ideas and influence people. It's a war of words and not weapons. It's a battle of ideas, not soldiers. But according to this website and other Islamic factions like the Taliban and Muslim Brotherhood, anyone who does this against Islam deserves to die.
پیغمبر صلی الله علیه و آله و سلم چندین بار برای از بین بردن دشمنان عنودی که در پی ضربه زدن به اسلام بودن افراد فرستادن غافلگیرانه کشتن. به عنوان نمونه یک زن خبیثی بود به نام اسما بنت مروان، شاعر بود. شاعرم میدونید اون موقع بزرگترین رسانه بود، بر علیه اسلام اشعار ناجوری میسرود، فوری هم پخش میشد، امنیت روانی مسلمان ها رو به خطر انداخته بود. حضرت عرض کنم امیر ابن عدی مأمور کرد نفوذ کنه داخل عرض کنم قبیله اینها، از یک فرصتی استفاده کنه، غافلگیر کنه، این زن رو بکشه و کشتن. کسی که رسانه‌ای شده علیه اسلام او رو از بین بردن. یا یک یهودی بود، پیرمردی هم بود، ابو افک، هم شاعر بود، علیه اسلام شعر می‌سرود و هم
The Middle East is rich with natural beauty, vibrant cultures, and massive amounts of historic treasures. It should increasingly become one of the great global centers of commerce and opportunity. This region should not be a place from which refugees flee, but to which newcomers flock. The entire region is at the center of the key shipping lanes of the Suez Canal, the Red Sea, and the Straits of Hormuz. The potential of this region has never, ever been greater. 65% of its population is under the age of 30. Like all young men and women, they seek great futures to build, great national projects to join, and a place for their families to call home. But this untapped potential, this tremendous cause of optimism, is held at bay by bloodshed and terror. There can be no coexistence with this violence. There can be no tolerating it, no accepting it, no excusing it, and no ignoring it. Every time a terrorist murders an innocent person and falsely invokes the name of God, it should be an insult to every person of faith. Terrorists do not worship God, they worship death. If we do not act against this organized terror, then we know what will happen and what will be the end result.
Like and subscribe to see more from us in the future, and share this clip to spread the awareness. Let us know in the comments what you think about these terrors ordered directly by Muhammad. How do you justify them, or why do you condemn them? Till later, peace out.